This one's about 17 and a half. I think I moved this thing.
Nice,
It's about 17
nice.
and a half.
All
Not
right.
not my normal pair, but
Hmm. It's funny because it is really not your normal pair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick, what kind of set this in motion? Let
Hmm.
me cut this back.
Right.
If you notice this 4 hour here,
Hmm.
basically we started taking these highs and having pullbacks after these highs.
Hmm. Right.
And so here we take this new wick high right here.
Hmm.
So price came up pretty impulsively here on this 4H.
Right.
Now, the reason why I looked in this area was because I noticed there was like these relatively equal high wicks here,
Hmm.
and it was like a higher time frame zone to potentially give a nice reaction.
Yep.
And prices so overly extended. It was hoping for a pullback in these zones. It would make the most sense. So if this was absent here, I would not consider looking at a reversal model here for much.
Hmm.
But this this zone to the left, like I said, kind of set this all in motion as an idea here. We just had to
Mm.
see what the lower time frames were going to give us.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
So
And
going to the 15, basically,
mhm.
let me see here. Come over here to the left here. You'll see these areas here is with these little highs up here that I was talking about, and they
Mhm.
have the extreme.
Yes.
So let me back this up here.
What do you think about AU liking the decisional and or the extreme compared to GU? Anything that you can really say at this point, or is it not enough data?
It's not enough data, but I can say what I've heard is
Hmm.
that it likes to give a lot of fake outs.
Mm.
Now, whether
As
you
we
want
have
to,
seen.
yeah, now fake outs equate to sweeps of liquidity.
Mhm.
So it's good to just be more patient with this pair, I believe, which is
Mhm.
what I exercise on this one because, I did have, for example, this sweep here,
Yes.
which got swept here. But when this happened, so let me play it actually. Let's just play this little bit of the 15-minute.
Okay.
Oops. So we sweep this some of this liquidity to the left
Yep.
on the higher time frame. So we're mitigating this daily area. And I haven't really gone over all the daily charts, but we're just
Hmm.
gonna make this a little bit shorter. We
Sure.
get this pullback here after the sweep. So the idea is that either this is going to hold and we pivot from here,
Hmm.
or we're just going to break higher and we're just still bullish. So that's what I got here.
Hmm.
Let me take this off. Actually, let me go ahead and just grab most of this here. Sorry about that.
Hmm. It's all good.
So still bullish,
Yep.
and we just wanted to see some indication of maybe some intent in the market. So you see how we break above this 15M high here.
Hmm.
Just a slight break. It's not really a massive break. So a lot of these swings that kind of get a little bit shorter
Hmm.
may indicate potentially reversal.
Hmm.
So and then paired together with like the area that this is actually reacting from, I just wanted to let this play out a little bit more. So right here we have this high,
Yep.
this higher high. Then we have this pullback. All right, so now we take out this low here. So the
Hmm.
thing here is that what is the what is price trying to do at this moment after breaking this low here is potentially giving some bearish intentions here,
Hmm.
potentially.
Yep.
And then look, this one comes next. Now we take out not this one, but
Hmm.
also the one below. So
Okay.
now I have a reason for lower prices. With more confirmations, this will get backed up better.
Hmm.
So we the first thing was that we swept something to the left. We
Mhm.
pulled back, and now we just was still bullish here. So it seemed like we just swept whatever got swept here. We sweep the sweep.
Mhm.
But now this shoots down here, and we get a pullback.
Right.
So at this moment, I was looking. I mean, I can make it more look better here on the 5 minute.
Mhm.
I was looking at the potential sweep of this PA here. I saw that I wanted to see after this pullback. Notice how on the 15 minute
Mhm.
at the extreme, let's say right here, we don't necessarily have any any liquidity
Mhm.
built on this push out.
On the
That's
15-minute,
on
right?
the 15 minute.
Okay.
Like there's nothing pretty obvious that's resting above this extreme POI.
Mhm.
So let me go into 5 minutes so it can look a little bit different. So this leg right here. So
Mhm.
if we had a very nice push out and potentially have something here like resting to get
Mhm.
swept,
Right.
then that would make this extreme look a lot better.
Okay. So what did we conclude about like how do we end up concluding about the so if there is liquidity on the 1 minute, it's not showing on the 15-minute. How do we go about that? So you're saying that it should show on the 15-minute to even
If we're building a trade idea off 15 minute and
Mhm.
ideas,
Uh-huh.
then we would like to see 15 minute liquidity built or
Okay.
inducement built. And clearly you can see here,
Hmm.
you have it and in the form of, well, while it's absent here, we have it in the form of it broke structure.
Hmm.
So this push here is
Hmm.
going to basically entice traders to short
Yes.
because we broke multiple levels of demand.
Okay.
So
Because
potentially just
mhm.
enticing people to come in and short that.
Then how about off of this? I mean, you could say a flip in a way, right? What do you think about
Oh
that?
yeah, people are definitely enticed into this. This is part of the whole thing. So
Hmm.
when this comes back up, it can give a reaction here, and people are gonna take the short, probably take some break evens, take some losses.
Yes.
But you see, it's probably going to be more losses than anything because look at how aggressive this thing came back.
Yes. Yep.
So so it basically did what it wanted to do. But at the moment, I just had to wait because I was okay. So since there was nothing here
Hmm.
and there was nothing built here also, so the other one, the other idea would be is when we come back into the level,
Hmm.
maybe we can get some kind of uh, break of a low
Hmm.
and then an early break of a high. I mean, I'm sorry, break of a high and then early
Hmm.
break of a low.
Okay.
And then you have basically some inducement here that you can also get swept. This kind of mitigate the extreme up here
Hmm.
and then
Gotcha.
take the short.
Okay.
And actually, this model right here is actually what really happens. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
Uh-huh. All right.
So I saw this bullish PA here.
Hmm.
Then after this, I was like, okay, the there might be some reason for lower prices, and we're coming off that daily area.
Hmm.
So and prices really extended or overdeveloped,
Yep.
kind of really high up in this leg. So
Hmm.
if price is going to give some kind of reaction or a reversal
Hmm.
from this high, this could be potentially the higher high being printed.
Okay.
So we needed to wait. And
Yes.
at this moment, I would like to see this leg here get ran,
Hmm.
and then see for further confirmation that it is just a sweep.
Hmm.
All right, so let me play it forward here. So we come up,
Hmm.
and right away we got this sweep of this high.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so real quick, just so it doesn't take too long, I'll just put
Hmm.
this here.
Hmm.
After I got this last point of demand right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I was floating around the 2 minutes also,
Okay.
right before this sweep. So we got this sweep over here.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we got the 15-minute liquidity sweep. Now
Mhm.
I don't want to get suckered in too soon because if this thing starts to trade in higher, then we don't get an entry. So
Yeah.
we just had to wait here at this moment. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as that happened, and then this demand failed,
Mm-hmm.
then I wanted to see basically what caused this demand to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially just have this extreme hold. If the extreme starts to hold, then I can just start seeing this order flow start to shift on the
Okay.
1M,
Mm-hmm.
specifically on this time frame. All right, so we push down. See, that's a nice push here.
Okay. So that
So
trade's not entered yet.
no, not into it. Actually, let me
Okay.
move this out the way.
Right.
And then, all right, from here, we're reacting to this like demand zone here.
Yep.
Pull back. Okay, so now we have this first level hold here.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
at what point do you say it's holding? Let's say we are looking at this current PA developing right now, right? So
mhm.
at what point do you end up saying, oh, it's holding? After another candle form and then it's down, or
Oh
it
no,
breaks
this
this?
coming in here may be too aggressive because we're this may not be a sweep. This might be a break.
Yes.
So we want to just wait for another level of demand fail
Oh, okay.
after the sweep.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this first demand fail. We come in here, this supply holds.
Mm-hmm.
So we would basically want to see to confirm this first level of respect,
Mm-hmm.
have this low
Okay.
get ran.
Okay. Sounds good. Yep.
So I play it forward here.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, right there.
Yes.
So now we have some 1M structure and order flow here,
Yep.
kind of building up.
Mm-hmm.
So this already confirms that floor level.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have this hold, a further break of another demand.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the greatest demand because hasn't really broken anything structurally, but it has price has reacted from here, so that is
Mm-hmm.
a demand.
Yes.
And then once we play back into this zone here,
Mm-hmm.
right here, this is a further break right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have this in my charts. So that's two. This basically took this 2 hour
Right.
here
Yep.
and paired together with the daily level, and see how here this isn't really like convincing enough,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but this move shows more intent than the
Mm-hmm.
one above.
Okay.
Even this right here is a very subtle sweep, and
Yep.
then we have this order flow shift.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, it looks like prices getting exhausted up here.
Mm-hmm.
This is distributing, so we want to see. The idea was, we had this break, took out all this, came down here,
Mm-hmm.
and then created the inducement on the 15-minute, and then that got swept, and now we have
Yes.
these series of demand levels get ran
Mm-hmm.
and have a first level uh, right here hold
Mm-hmm.
and a further break. So now I'm willing to come in exactly in this area, and
Gotcha.
that's where the basically the trade idea was based off of.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. We clear these drawings. Okay, then we play it forward. This is the entry here. Sorry, not the tightest stop. I wasn't really trying to squeeze
Mm-hmm.
anything too crazy, being the new year and everything. I
True.
wanted
Yep.
to just kind of it was the POI itself was let me see here real quick. about 7 pips.
Yeah, that's not bad at all,
Yeah,
you know,
it's not bad.
but
So this is where you get tagged in right here.
okay.
And what I
Oof.
wanted for a break even, I saw this and my break even would be better at this after this high here.
Mm-hmm.
The actual high that was the catalyst for the this overall pullback.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to break in even too early if I broke this high,
Mhm.
just in case, because
Yeah.
the POI is quite large. You know, it may mitigate a little bit this extreme.
Mhm.
This is a bit of a flip here, so it's mitigating the flip.
Yep.
So if we have basically like this little area demand here. All right. Now we're coming from an area of a liquidity sweep up the top. So we
Mhm.
swept the inducement. So playing off of these extremes here with, you know, there's a little 1M flip here,
Mhm.
got swept to mitigate the extreme here.
Yep.
So that's a pretty nice one. You can mark this up too. I didn't actually mark this up, but this is a very nice flip model.
Mhm.
Does not sweep liquidity, but and then it got swept here. So
Yes.
could go here. And actually, then if you wanted to, that would be your actual liquidity POI, this guy right here, the extreme.
Mm.
So
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
wanted to, you could have taken this guy.
Man,
That'd be
that would,
about 3.8 pips. Yeah, more refinement there, but I
Mhm.
wanted to get in and get in safe.
Yes. Yeah,
But
that's the whole point.
this is a really nice sweep flip
Mhm.
mitigation. Very nice. I'm actually
Yes.
just seeing that kind of like a lot better every time I look at it. You know,
Uh-huh.
your eyes get trained to see it more often.
Uh-huh.
Once you do it more and more.
Yes.
I mean, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, so far everything's good, everything. So, um, what are the exactly the confluences that this one really showed? Can you list them actually?
Yes.
Um, so that doesn't show on the other ones. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
This one in particular, being that it's right at the top,
mhm,
kind of tied in with the liquidity that I wanted to see after the early break right here.
mhm,
This right here was paired together with this daily level here to the right, this area.
mm, right.
So I wanted to see, even if it was a short trade
Mhm,
and it wanted to continue higher, I would have probably just taken a break even. But I was just playing off this massive move here, this
right.
big move up,
Yep.
this break. Whenever we break a large swing high
Mhm,
area, you get a pullback eventually, but we just don't know when the pullback's going to happen. But if I paired it with this uh daily level over here,
mhm,
then I figure, if I can get a nice liquidity
mhm.
built,
Yep.
it potentially could be a sign that price will want to reverse from this area. So I
Mhm,
would never have done this if this other stuff to the left wasn't present,
right.
because it wouldn't give me cause for lower prices.
Mhm,
This right here, it could have just wanted to sweep this to go up higher, but
yep.
inside of here, and with the stuff to the left, and price being so high up this way, and it also just swept this, took
Mhm,
out this previous high.
mhm.
Then this was like a decent area to potentially look for price to turn around.
Right, right.
If none of that wasn't here, then I wouldn't even considered it.
Yeah, not if thing to the left didn't really present itself, then
Yep.
yeah, no narrative here.
Yep.
Absolutely. So yeah.
But like if you have something that you think might happen like this again in the future, you have to have a reason to the
Yes.
left, like have something there. It can't just be some void.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta have something to kind of base it off of.
Hmm.
Otherwise, like I would never do this.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, it
would
would have
I
been.
would have to wait for like you got this break maybe
Hmm.
coming up here,
Hmm.
and then we have like a 15-minute structure and 15-minute order flow. So
Hmm.
I would take that.
Okay. How
This one
about
right here is pretty nice setup
uh-huh.
with all the other stuff I mentioned.
Yes. How about the liquidity to target now?
Oh, liquidity target. Well, see, that's another thing with like playing off the substructure pullback
Hmm.
is but there's nothing here in this leg here.
Yes.
So my initial target for the counter trend short
Hmm.
was either going to be at the start of this demand zone here,
Hmm.
or somewhere in here, make because it's got like a strong imbalance here,
Yeah.
big push up. Could have been even somewhere 50% of this, or kind of the extreme low. But
Hmm.
partials, best a little bit around here.
Hmm.
And then being that I don't normally trade this, I was happy to just kind of
Yeah.
get what I can,
Yes.
not
It's the
knowing
great R. Yeah.
not knowing what's going to happen after. So
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So much uncertainty after, it goes that
yep.
low in a way because it's counter trend and
And
further news later.
being like yeah, FOMC was around the corner. This first trade of the year.
Hmm.
This isn't my normal area to enter on
Hmm.
something like this, but it played out kind of with all the other stuff mentioned before. Like you gotta have that at least.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And how far does it go? I just want to see it again.
Oh sure, let me just play here. Now here is when price was just given a reaction. See this reaction, this first one here.
Hmm.
This break back
Hmm.
didn't really tap anything in the extreme, so I was looking to potentially see if it would mitigate here.
Hmm.
I'll probably get a setup in here.
Hmm.
And, this is a nice inducement here that got swept. This first push out that created the inducement gave it some nice intent
Hmm.
for bearish prices. This continuation was very nice when it popped right here.
Yep.
Then we have this like bullish reaction here.
Hmm.
Doesn't really hit anything significant here on this time frame, but it's just pulling back, building some liquidity, and then just sweeps all this.
Hmm.
So that was pretty nice right there. Let's see. Now after this got swept,
Hmm.
I think I was willing to look at some other stuff, but I didn't really take it. Let's see here.
It was lingering around for a little bit before it dropping down further,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yeah, see these wick highs? This one,
Hmm.
this one, this one. I
Hmm.
None of these really swept anything. They just kind of trended lower and lower.
Hmm.
And I wanted to see something here get ran and then a
Hmm.
further break.
Okay.
And I didn't really get okay,
Oh.
right there.
Hmm.
So we have this range here that got swept.
What time is that sweep, by the way? Yeah, that one.
This is Asia range. So the
Uh-huh.
Asia high got swept here,
Right.
bam, and then broke lower. So this was a valid PY for me.
Hmm.
So you can probably come in here on the 1 minute, probably find something.
Yes. Interesting.
And then notice how we do hit like this first area where I was kind
Hmm.
of looking to take that partial, finally hit that
Uh-huh.
area.
Uh-huh.
And then we had this pullback here. Then the Asia just kind of went sideways.
Hmm.
And then we have like this is a good confluence too if you ever wanted to
Short it there.
pair any trade ideas with something is like if you get an Asia range sweep,
Uh-huh.
that's a pretty good thing to have.
Does it come back there and then continues that? Oh, it doesn't.
Let me see. I think this might be a CPB for this mitigation.
Hmm.
So we have this sweep here. Let's see if it comes back. Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so see how it doesn't really hit this,
Hmm.
but we have now this little high.
Hmm.
Let's see what happens here. Okay, so now we have this break of these little IRL pieces,
Yes.
and now look, we have reacting to this demand here.
Hmm.
So this was an interesting area because see, we did not build any liquidity here also on this 15M on the way out.
Hmm.
It's kind of similar to this one right up here. We built some inducement levels, and this one in a whole different manner didn't. It kind of you could say this was early enticements because
Hmm.
there is a break here,
Okay.
slight break.
Yep.
So it's very well. Actually, you know what? It doesn't
Is
really
it?
break it. It's a
Oh, it
little wick
does.
break.
Yeah, little.
Not the best, but we have this structure because we have this little flip zone here.
Hmm.
We have this early break of these
Yep.
internal lows or
Hmm.
demand zones. So we come in here. We got some bullish price here.
Hmm.
Take this out right there.
Oh, wow.
So this is valid inducement. You got the inducement here. You got
Mm-hmm.
the POI. The liquidity comes from a sweep of
Hmm.
something, swept
Hmm.
something. And then you can actually classify this as early enticements,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Yep.
similar to this one.
Yes.
I
Yep.
have another one over here. See this one at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
This one right here was really hard to long from.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look it over completely, but this one right here, was an unmitigated zone. This is actually what Friday pivot off of. So
Uh-huh.
it was in my chart, but I had the chart before price came here that
Mm-hmm.
this may be an area of interest right here,
Mm.
which is kind of cool because it did come from an area of this liquidity sweep, kind of like these
Yeah.
guys, sweep, sweep, and now we come in here. This is probably a 1 minute setup in here. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't looked it over yet,
Okay.
and then take
Man.
off.
Wow. Okay.
So it depends on how you want to use these liquidity concepts, either like as heavily as some or not
Mm-hmm.
as heavily.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
also you could probably consider these as relatively equal lows here to
yeah.
get swept, like liquidity to target.
Uh-huh.
I think um, this here, you got some internal liquidity to target after this
Mm-hmm.
pullback.
Yes.
It's pretty nice. I mean, this PA was pretty clean. That's all
Yeah.
corrective. But if you wait for these extremes on this one's pretty nice, especially when you see this one or this one, and
Mm-hmm.
then it came back to mitigate the extreme or the actual.
Scalings.
Oh yeah,
Scalings
this would have
later.
been a great scaling. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I'm kind of curious if there's anything in here. I'm probably going.
Man, what
Okay,
a
so
trade to
weekly.
start off the year though.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
This was
And
mhm,
as I passed out during all of this,
mhm.
so when I woke up, it was about down here. Basically, the next hard time frame target, considering like it did pull back this hard, I had an
Mhm.
alert go off somewhere around here, but
Uh-huh.
it didn't even wake me up. And I had the EA
Uh-huh.
roughly down here around this
Uh-huh.
area.
Okay.
But as soon as it kind of got real close to it, I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna chance it because there's this overall range here.
Yeah.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to have some massive like
Pull back, right?
rocket fuel takeoff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could take off there. Yes. Yep.
And yeah, actually, it's kind of funny because that's what Friday actually did do, but
Yep.
after it went deeper,
Yeah,
it
went
it
deeper,
actually
but
went further. I mean, I think I got most of the move
hmm
just from here. So
right.
even from here to just here, it's only like 2R extra. So
Yeah, it's not worth it, right?
no
Just in
no
case.
big deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
not
But damn,
worth it after that.
man, setups like these are able to pass you any challenges and get you that nice profit if you're,
Oh yeah.
funded.
Later on, I look back in the group, and I think some people tried to short this one. They did really well.
Oh, okay. From
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Okay.
This was like a pre-New York move.
hmm We could look at it after, yeah.
Yeah.
But man, this is good. Now I see why you're liking EU more and more.
It was a fun trade. I had a great time
hmm
with this one.
Gotcha. Man.